Good afternoon, friends. A huge welcome to the Maple Leaf channel. You're watching the Science Cities series in Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, where we build, plan and dream big in the world of industry and strategy. I truly hope your week is going great and that you are ready to dive back into our ever-growing republic. Whether you're a long-time viewer or joining us for the first time, I'm thrilled you're here. We've come a long way, from discovering oil fields to laying down complex pipelines and fueling our diesel-punk future. And there is so much more ahead. Today we will continue shaping Science Cities into a powerhouse of innovation and efficiency. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's go to work. If you're enjoying the journey, don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a comment. I read every one of them. Here we go. So in today's episode we will dive headfirst in the construction and start planning a new city to supply workers for the oil refinery industry. I'll begin with a quick overview of what Science Cities has reached so far. Whatever we manage to plan in this episode, we will build together on stream. I'm planning a big 4-hour stream next week where we can play and chat together. The stream announcement will come next week. I'll post in the community tab early in the week, so stay tuned and join the stream. Alright folks, the main city is fully operational. Food and clothing are produced in surplus, which allows me to actually sell it a little bit. If we take a look at the statistics over here, for the last year, you may probably see the numbers over there, which equals to the revenue that I've got from selling clothes, alcohol, meat, food and boards. Happiness and health are relatively okay. So the health is managed by, I think I've got 3 clinics. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3. If you've ever thought whether you need a hospital or 2 hospitals, 3 small clinics solve 4,000 population city quite well. Not solve, sorry, I was meant to say can handle slightly over 4,000 population without any issues. Both have cars and enough doctors and stuff, so it's quite reliable to have 3 clinics. Just make sure they are positioned in a way to cover your main residential areas. My sort of main income, it's not actually an export. If we go back to the last year's statistics, you may see that the tourism is actually number 1 in terms of the revenue, and the export comes second. It's really a gold mine. I really like tourism. If you ever thought what to begin with, I mean, tourism is an easy pick for the early start DLC, but be aware that if you have a prolonged epidemic situation, then you are done for, pretty much, because the tourists' income at the customs will become 0, which will completely ruin your economy. So make sure you have a secondary industries which will support your budget. Talking about expenses, my main expenses, again, if we take it the last year statistics, these are fabric, crops, chemicals, some construction materials, fuel, electronics and power. I am planning to become self-sufficient with power, with the coal production over there and the new power plant, which I've just highlighted on the top right corner. Plus I have planned in episode 14 our oil industry over there, which will make me happy in terms of the fuel production, fuel export and fuel consumption. So it will open certainly way bigger opportunities to expand probably over that direction. A couple of episodes ago we've discovered there are some deposits over there which we will need to go and hunt for. By the way, a small discovery for myself. I mean, even though I played quite a lot of hours in this game, the distillery, the alcohol, is actually a discovery for me. As I said, the production is really steady. I am running in between 35 to 50 workers, and the export numbers are just amazing. The amount of products, amount of alcohol just one single distillery produces is just so good, and I actually consider having it as my second industry after the first initial ones, which are normally like cloth and fabric. But I then went to build a meat industry, but I should have actually gone to do the distillery, because export numbers speak for themselves. And let me just open, even if it's last year, alcohol, like 400, almost 450,000 for alcohol. And look at the quantity. So yeah, very, very reliable way of making money. If you ever thought about what sort of industry you need to go next, and if you are playing in the realistic mode, high profitable industries, they are all locked behind the researchers, they're locked behind the resource discovery, and also it never happens that you have like deposits around the corner. Normally the valuable deposits are somewhere on the other side of the map, which kind of makes it very, very hard to actually go there at the very beginning and start making money. So yeah, distillery it is. So we've covered the city. Now let's quickly tour what's already built in the industrial park. So industrial park is this zone over here. I call it industrial park intentionally, just to have myself a bit of a hint when I'm managing the lines, the logistics lines, I mean. So in industrial park on the west hand side, I've got the farm, fully functional. Farm is connected to 8 fields, and 8 fields give me about 2,500 tons of crops per season, which is almost enough to run the full year cycle without buying the crops. So that's my goal, to get rid of the import of crops. I've got that many units over there, 4 tractors and 4 harvesters, combiners, and the fields are managed also by my distribution office over here with big trucks. They also look after export of distillery products, and when it's a season, they obviously go and then collect the crops from the fields. Now, in the middle of industrial park, or I should say probably southeast, I finally built the distribution hub over here, which I've planned, I think, in episode 4, but it's been sitting there waiting for me to actually confirm whether I want to have it or not. But since I've discovered the coal deposit over there, I think it would be a great idea to have 2 storages, which I've built here, one for coal, one for gravel. They will be fed through the train unloading station, and then if I need trucks to transport those resources, I've got these vehicle loading unloading stations connected to the storages. Now on the right hand side, I've got this city almost done with the utilities. There is a bit of a pipe work needs to be done, and I think that's the sewage, yep. But all pipes are done, so basically I can start building the city itself. So the main purpose of that city is going to be to supply workers to industrial park, because I haven't launched asphalt plant, cement and concrete yet, and I don't want to bring people out of this city, because my 2 main productions will then suffer. So I decided to make a new district here with its own utilities, with its own supermarket and all the constructions that will fulfill the needs of the citizens here. So we will start building this while we're playing this episode. So these guys will also supply enough workers for the coal industry here, for the coal production and coal mining. I've got 2 mines here. Someone in the comments mentioned that the coal will be produced in just enormous amounts, so remains to be seen. We will see. I don't have any reason to not to believe that, but hey, I just want to plan ahead and have extra workers if I need them to supply to all of these. I've got 2 mines. I've got coal processing plant, which is connected to the storage. The storage is connected to the brick factory and to the coal power plant. I have not done ever an export of electricity, so I want to give it a go. I know it's kind of not really an expensive product or service to export. However, if I take a look at the statistics overall and the expenses, the power is actually 132,000, which kind of confirms what I've just said. But if we look at the consumption over here, so I am at slightly over 3 megawatts. And one power plant can produce, if I remember correctly, something like 600 or close to that number. Let me just quickly take a look at that. Yeah, 600 megawatts of power. So I will have a lot of surplus power, which I can then funnel abroad to the Soviet-friendly countries. And to wrap up the tour, I know that we've been looking at this landscape for, what, 15 episodes? So I'm planning to finish this area with building the second farm, which will supply that industry. And it's time to move on. It's time to move our attention somewhere else, and in particular to our oil refinery area over here and our new city, which I reckon is going to be positioned somewhere in that corner. If you wanted to see, or if you would like to see how everything that you see was built, actually, that was the episode 14. I made it with a little bit of a flavor of a humor. Not that I have the best sense of humor in the world, but I thought I would make one short but fun video, heavily edited, alongside practicing my editing skills. So this is the setup of the refinery. I've got 12 pumps, 12 jack pumps. I've got storages for the raw crude oil, and I've got then storages for the bitumen, for the fuel itself. I've got the rail station here, and this complex will receive a little bit of love in this episode because I want to have all of the utilities that the city that will be nearby will receive locally. It's a bit of a distance from the main, from the first city. It's a little bit of a distance from the customs house, so there will be a nice engineering thought applied to that design. So stick with me, we will soon start doing something. All right, folks, I was waiting for the daytime to come, so here it is. In this industrial zone, we need to connect all the buildings with the rail tracks, and there are plenty of those tracks, as you can see on the screen, and there will be a bit more once I put the power plant. Firstly, I will need to leave enough space for the longer trains. I know that the maximum train length in the game is about 400 meters. However, I don't think in the Steam era we will have locomotives powerful enough to actually drag that long train. So I will build with a little bit of a margin, but my goal is not to build the rail which will accommodate 400 long train, that's for sure. Besides, I'm pretty confident that once I launch the refinery, I will be able to buy more trains, and maybe it will be a little bit busy on the railroad, but I like seeing, you know, a lot of trains moving back and forward. Nothing is stuck, and it just looks cool. I also plan to import coal for the heating plant. Therefore, I need kind of separate line for this so that there is no interruptions and hold-ups caused by the train traffic. So the layout will be slightly unusual, I would say. I will put the power station somewhere in there, then, and probably an aggregate storage and train unloading station, so there will be a couple more tracks over here. The only resource that we don't have in this area, and by the way, I want to make this area as autonomous as possible, is concrete. And to build everything we've just seen, plus the city which will be positioned somewhere over here, we will definitely need concrete, and this concrete will have to be coming from that small customs house over there. It's a bit of a distance to cover, a bit of a fuel to burn, but hey, I mean, it is what it is. Besides, there is plenty of space here. I've got gravel production running, I will have coal production running. I'm very confident that if I need to, I can build a concrete plant over here. But it's chicken and the egg, you know, so you need the resources to build something, but you need people to fulfill the production of those resources. So we'll see how we go. So the main line will run along the coast over there, and then it will snake into the main customs house. I still need to plan a buffer nearby the customs house, where the space is really tight. So we can probably design it to get on stream next week. Come build with me, and let's have a chat. Maybe you have some nice ideas that I haven't really thought about before. All right, back to the planning. As I said, my goal is not to fulfill the requirement to accommodate 400-meter long trains, but I still want to have some buffer, something like that. So the train of this length, which is what, 300 meters, not 400, but 300 still okay. I reckon it will be able to deliver quite a lot of coal at once. And then the storage will be full, and I don't need to bother about supplying the resources for some time. I've calculated that throughout the winter, this heating plant, which is the vanilla early start DLC one, it consumes about 600 tons for all the winter season. And we are in the Mediterranean climate zone. Basically Eastern Europe or something like that, where winter lasts from November till end of February. And 600 tons, I mean 300 long train should be able to deliver 600 tons in one go. Well, at least I hope it will be able to. We'll see. So I've got this line here, and I want to have another line sticking far from the refinery. Far from, not the refinery, excuse me, from loading and unloading stations. I haven't used oil industry before, so it's my first go ever. I'm not sure whether it matters which rail tracks go where. I mean, I see it's a bit of a symmetrical, and both sides of the loading unloading has in and outs, but just in case I will probably build another 2 tracks here. But for now it's just a counter line that I've drawn for myself. So we will use snapping just to have 2 parallel lines, probably a little bit like that would be better. So 1, and as I said, this is going to be the separate line, so I don't want it to intersect with anything else. It's too much of a margin. Let's do that. Does it look like 2 parallel lines? Yeah, something like that. So I'll connect this right away, and then I'll shorten that line just to have nice similar angle, like that and like that. Nice. Yeah, I think so. Let's take away the nodes. By the way, in this setup, the semaphore signals will be quite different. I have right-hand driving setup for the rail tracks and for the roads as well. But in this area, I reckon I will have to come up with some creative ideas, and most likely these will be both directional lanes, at least in the industrial zone. The reason is I don't really have room to do any loops around it. I could have, but that would be a lot of work, and I don't think I will be able to make it look good. I mean, there is room here, there is room there, but then the train will have to do a loop of that size. I can only imagine how many coal fuel stations I need to put to actually make that running. So therefore, for now, it will stay like that. If I see there is a traffic jam, I'll definitely change that. All right, well, let's sorry for me talking that much, but I said from the very beginning of this series I will be commenting on what I do. All right, so let's continue. I've got these storage for the waste from the incineration plant, which I'm planning to export for now. I know I'm gonna be paying for that, but hey, it is what it is. But I can't rely on tracks to export all of these leftovers from incinerating process. So this one is not really angled, but there is a reason for that. Let's extend our passenger line as well. This is the power or the passenger station over there for 1500 passengers. I haven't built it before. It's in the vanilla building from early start DLC, so I thought, hey, why not just build it just to give it a go. Besides, if I'm gonna get more industries in this area, I will need more workers. And can I just merge you gently? Azimuth 35. That's what we need. And that's what we need here. All right. Before I forgot, I will put the power station, the coal power station here. And you, my friend, will leave. You, my friend, will live somewhere here. Yeah, why not? So we've got road. Yep. For that, we need storage for coal again. Let me just double check how much the power plant consumes at maximum production rate. And this will give me the idea what size of the storage I need. So 12 tons per day at maximum production. So 10 days, 120 tons. 100 days, a ton and 200, 1,200 tons for 100 days. Multiply by 3. So for a year, roughly 3.6 thousand tons and a couple months more. Right. Yeah, I'm going to go with the big one. So once it's full, this guy will be working full year without me involved. And this also will decrease, well, I hope it will, the load on the infrastructure. I just need to leave a little bit of a space for the pedestrian paths over there. How about having it somewhere over here? Like that. Now connect you with the conveyor. Sweet. Road. Yep, we can run the road. Now, there isn't enough space in the right-hand side for the train loading unloading station. So I will probably go with something like conveyor overpass over the road, and the actually loading unloading process will be based in this area. Let me just take a look. What do we need? We need unload. We need train aggregate unloading for coal. 1 truck. How many you have? You have 2. Yeah, that's what we need. So the roads will be situated and facing to the middle, which is what we want. And you, my friend, will leave. If I put you here, will that be enough? Yeah, that actually should be okay. Probably align the track a little bit. Sweet. Now we need to make sure that we have road going that way and 1 conveyor overpass. I mean, such a good invention. I would like to see more of those, you know, overpasses in the game, because they just not only look cool, but they're such a functional addition to the infrastructure. Yep. And our gravel road. Make it slightly twisted like that. Will I be able to? No, I won't. Actually, I will. Okay. I won't be bothered by aligning it for now. I'll just make this connection. Actually, I don't even need to intersect them over there. I can do it later on. I'll just stick those roads forward to actually remember that they exist before building anything else. Yeah, that's alright. That should do it. So now we have a couple more tracks which will be coming from train loading and unloading station. And let's connect them as well. Something like that. Azimuth 35, 35. I wonder if I missed something. So this is additional track which I'm not bothered about. All right, looks like we're going all right. What about these two? I'm just literally drawing and just see how it will look like. If my main line will be along the coast, and sorry for me twisting the screen so much, but I just want to see if I can align the turn and make it, thank you again, and make it kind of parallel to the coast. I don't want to build it too close to the water. There will be some sewage drop, discharge stations and stuff, or maybe there will be something else on the left hand side, so I'll save that space for myself for the future. And now we have turn like that. Maybe shorten this a little bit to make it like so. And then we have nice smooth turn. And now we're gonna merge this line gently into the turn. So because this is going to be two-way, two-directional, bi-directional road, I will need to have a connection of that kind, so that the train can actually, going from this direction, merge onto the left lane and then go there. And we will regulate the intersection here by using the semaphores. Now, how long this guy is, I wonder. It is 500 meters. Okay. All right. How about making a buffer zone in this area? Because if I'll connect all four to these two, it will not only look ugly, but it will not be efficient. So we will give ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 6? Yeah, 6 cells from each end. That's 4. Do like this from this side and like this from this side. And now I can probably merge this track. Yeah, I can. And do like that. What is the length of it? 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Okay. If you guys like me counting squares, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. If you have any other ideas how to do accurate measurements, I drop them in the comments. I would love to see. More often than not, I do it like natively, just by eyeballing the distance, but sometimes I just want specific areas of the game to look pretty, like in this, for example. So how this will work, it's way like really simple. It's gonna be like that, and it's gonna be like that, So one track will have on the right hand side the train will go in, and then the train will go out on the left track. Very simple setup, nothing fancy here. So we will need to connect you to the main track, which we can do, and I'll just take away. Oh, actually, how about azimuth 35? No, you can't. Okay, then we will do all right, now let's just see if that's good enough. So the train will be coming here, it will be going to either this lane, or if it changes the lane here, it will be going to this lane. The reason actually why I'm so cautious about it is just because there's going to be my making money industry and milking cow. So the last thing I want is to have any buffering in this area. And now this will be two-way, right? And for this area we'll just put actually we'll put mixed signal like that. Since we started semaphores, do we want to continue doing them? I don't know. I mean, for now, I don't think there is much value in it. I'll just put some indications of where I want to see those semaphores. So it's going to be chain here and regular out. You, my friend, will always be double side like that, and that blue, light blue area is pretty much the free track for it. Now you guys will need to have mixed signals. Yeah, let's probably do them right now. I mean, there is no harm in doing so. Something like that. And just normal signals over there, I guess. But they both will be bi-directional. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So this coming train will look for this intersection, this intersection, this intersection, and it will have enough space to wait, and then it will go. This is the passenger station. Oh, actually no, it's not passenger station. This is the coal unloading station. Where's the passenger one? Yeah, passenger has a lot of space. And we'll come to this in a second. Let me just do like that. Then we'll do like that. Yep. And the same setup. Can I take that away? Oh yeah, I can. Amazing. And same in this area. Is that the same? I'm pretty sure we can actually get away with the simple semaphores. If we stuck with any issues with the train traffic, I'm sure we will be able to figure out what will be the best way. Now, so the way it will work, once the train crosses this area, it goes into the bi-directional setup. And whenever the train goes out of that area, it will go to bi-normal right-hand side driving setup. So will it work? I am pretty sure I will be able to make it work. For example, this can be equipped with the mixed signals. Yep, and like that. Yep. And this train will wait and check if there is any train on this yellow section. And if it waits a little bit, that's not a big deal. We'll see how much traffic we will get at the end. As a matter of fact, as I said, nothing is unsolvable. Even if we need to rebuild the tracks, we will do it, but I'm more than sure we'll be able to handle that. Okay, so power station is ready. I've got... actually, let me change this to this. I just like the white color more because it kind of goes to my eyesight straight away instead of looking at the yellow color, which can be blurred on the ground with the background. What I'll do is I will put high voltage switch here purely for the sake of not forgetting that it is required. And I'm sure I can put the road straight like that. This is in fact just a technical road for the firefighters, and I'm not really concerned how good or bad it will be. This may... I can make that prettier, but that's not the goal for now. What is the goal is to probably move that one a little bit closer to the refinery. The reason is I just don't know whether pedestrians will be able to actually walk around the station, but I'm pretty sure they will be. There's enough space. Yeah. Okay. So if I put you like that, I'm pretty sure they will be able to go there. Yep. Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna use these brick footpaths with lamp, just, you know, for the sake of beauty. I will have my own power plant actually too, so I don't care about the electricity bill anymore. So why not building them? They do require, I think, mechanical components to be built. By the way, what is the price for the mechanical components nowadays? Where is this? I can check here. Mechanical components. Ooh, 500 rubles per ton. That's not cheap. What is the price for clothes? Clothes is 4 times more expensive. Right, okay. Well, maybe I will reconsider my decision. But for now, I'll just plan them as they are, and then I'll see how much of the resource I need to import in order to build those beautiful footpaths. The last thing I wanted to check before I go to the city planning is the price for steel. And how does this compare to mechanical components? I think steel is on... should be on the second page. Oh, there we go. So it's 262, which is 1.5 times cheaper than mechanical components. And I bet we don't need mechanical components in like massive volume to build those pedestrian paths. Let me just take a look. If we open that, yeah, electrical components, not mechanical. That's what is required. So bricks, 0.2 of a ton, 0.25 of a ton of electrical components, a little bit of steel. And electrical components on their end, sorry gents, I really didn't check the prices. Electrical components, oof, 1,000. Even more expensive. Okay. Maybe some of the streets will receive lights, maybe not all of them. Okay guys, let me take a sip of water, and we will start planning our city. So before I go there, I'll let you to see the layout. So basically, I mean, it's not probably the best that I've seen in the world, but definitely not the worst. It's functional. I'm pretty sure with the semaphores I will make it work. That's the semaphore overlay, by the way, for those who do know how they work. Yeah, so tracks will go that way. Somewhere over here there will be passenger station. Even though the distance is not significant, that's basically it. I would say it's 1 kilometer, but I need a lot of passengers. That's the reason why I'm building the rail for passengers. If I take a look at the buses, whereabouts they are, buses, I still have 35 passengers capacity. I mean, there was going to be a lot of buses to transfer 500 people to this area. Therefore, my choice went with the rail. A bit too wasteful, I guess, but for the future, it will pay off. I am pretty sure. All right, let's move to the planning of our new city over here. Our budget is actually rocketing through the roof. At the moment, it goes straight to $1 million. We are in a dark green area, which makes me smile. So let's just put this money to work a little bit while I'm planning. I just don't want this time to be wasted purely for planning. That's why the game is running. It's a little bit inconvenient to watch when it's nighttime, but hey, it is what it is. So I'll keep building this area. I want to launch the second farm so that I can fill this silo here. Unfortunately, it will have to be transferred from this silo to this via trucks, but I have no other choice. I don't want to have a rail over here with such a short distance. And this is, 400 tons left. How are we doing with this train? Doing okay. We're still importing a lot of crops, unfortunately. And we stopped producing food. Okay, let me just tick that box for a second. Hopefully I will not forget and my city will not start starving. So my plan is to use this as a distribution hub, a temporarily distribution hub. So from here I will be taking food, clothes and alcohol from there, and we'll be transferring it to another distribution hub closer to the new city. And from there, the trucks will be busy with local deliveries. Of course, everything will be delivered by the trucks. There will be some, what's actually this building is called, cargo train station. I will be collecting bricks. I will be collecting alcohol, and then train will be picking it up and then taking it to where it needs to be, basically to our new city. Oh, look at this. They're already flashing even though there is no electricity. Interesting. All right, so I have a bit of a plan to occupy that space nearby the borderline. There's no particular reason for that. Predominantly, I just don't want to overload this area. If in the future I will have some sort of a shipyards, or I don't know, I just want to leave that space for potential expansion. Every time you start to build a new city, it feels odd. I get that. That's the same, I guess, for every content creator or for whoever played Workers and Resources before. I solved this like this, and I'll start building in a second. I'm very talkative today, sorry. So every city has a primary purpose and, approximate size. So the city that will be here or here has two tasks. First, medical research to support our science city's growth. Our population isn't dying. It's relatively healthy, but we still have a lot of people that are drinking alcohol, and there will be more. Plus, I want the birth rate to get up as much as I can, so that my worker replenishment machine never stops. And the second purpose of that city is to supply workers to new industrial area. there will be required a lot of workers over there, plus the infrastructure and the potential expansion. Sooner or later, depends on how well the oil refinery will work in terms of the revenue, we may switch to helicopters as soon as we have enough money. I think one helicopter is like 1 million or 2 million rubles, so we'll see. But for further expansion, trains will be less helpful, I guess, just purely because there's a mountain area. I don't know whether I will be able to terraform all of that, but all the deposits which are on the far end of this map, they are somewhere in the mountain. So maybe helicopters will help us, but we will see. All right, enough talking for me. I will wait for the daytime to come, because the grid at night looks absolutely terrible, and we will start when the sun is up. All right, the morning is coming, so it's time for work. Now, there are two cornerstones of every city. If you play realistic mode, you need to make sure that the heat pipe will be long enough, and plus we need the central place, like a bus station, where every worker will be situated. So I will go with the pipe first, and there it is. Not this one. This one, for now, it doesn't really matter. I just want to have a perpendicular line. So this is the maximum, right? We will leave ourselves a little bit of space and we'll drag that line. So I know it is 1 kilometer away, and the heat pumping station will be positioned over here, and then we can extend these main pipe with multiple heat exchangers. So I kind of like the idea to have the city over there, like nearby the hills, nearby the border. I rarely use that space, it's kind of often empty, so why not give it a go. So the gem of the city, as I said, will be our medical university, and I reckon I'm gonna start straight from medical university itself. Whereabouts the medical university? There it is. Do we want to climb too far? No, I don't think so. With regards to the layout of the roads, I mean, it's a pure imagination. You kind of need to have a general idea what you're gonna be building and why. But other than that, really, it is, you know, a fly of your imagination. I want to have some parking lots available for professors and students, so I'll probably get one parking space over there for 30 cars. It's not like extremely important. You can get away with just the transferring of the passengers on the bus. There's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, it just adds a little bit of immersion, at least to me. So we've got parking, we've got university. We definitely need some sort of a pedestrian roads. Again, I don't know if I will be able to sponsor all of these roads with lights, but I'll plan it for now. I'll see how I go with my coal production, whether I will be able to earn some money on the exporting of the electricity. And if it's profitable, then yeah, we'll leave as it is, and I'm sure I will be able to sponsor all of it. So this is going to be like a university area. So universities areas are different, depends on the country you live, but in the Science City series, I will give them a lot of cool things. And we'll start from a very nice and beautiful outdoor swimming pool. This looks amazing during the summertime when it's working, actually. So why not building one? And again, A road with lights. This empty corner, why don't we just make it like a zone for a rest, where students can walk around, you know, think about their success or failure, something like that. Just need to make sure that we will have an access from the parking. I dragged it that way. Okay. If you didn't know, that the lights on the street are getting populated, or they appear, depends on which side you carry the road from. It's a bit it's a bit unusual, but I guess it's just the game mechanics. And something like that. Can I make it a little bit aligned? Yeah. Now, from the parking, you guys may go straight to your workplace. And imagine there's going to be a fountain. There is the road with the lights behind it. You know, during evening, you walk around out of the university after the hot day of studying. You just, you know, chill in the shadow, and there will be shadows. We'll plant trees somewhere to create that shadow. Now, this outdoor swimming pool works only during the summertime, and we have all 4 seasons enabled. So I will probably go and install or position, I should say, an indoor swimming pool. So whenever it's winter, students will still be able to enjoy swimming. Yep. Sounds and looks okay to me. Let's just take off the grid and let's have a look. Yeah, the hills behind, some forest, you know, a nice view from the university windows. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. We need dorm, and I think this sits somewhere here. Yeah, halls of residence. Unfortunately, we don't have too much of a choice. I mean, in terms of the design of those dorms, but I guess there isn't much we can do. Can I put you like that? Probably a little bit far, because we will have those pedestrian paths in the middle. Will that be too far away? I'll leave it like that, and we'll figure out if it's far away or not. Now, pedestrian paths again. Can I make a nice turn? Yeah, I think I can. And then I probably need to turn you around. Whereabouts? There it is. So if I put it like so, it will be right in front of the university, will look nice, and will have a purpose. We'll have a purpose, which is the most important one. Okay, now this area will be a fenced area. It will be a cool looking decorative fence, and I just want students to feel this, to think about this place as about a special place, not just, you know, place they have to go and get the education done. So how about we will put the fence gate first. Actually, that would be a good idea. Park gate with vases. Okay. All right. And if we position it right in the middle, I think that would be interesting. And then we will put that road connected through here, making kind of an entrance of it. And we will do some fencing Why not actually doing it right now so that I don't forget that I planned that before. And we're gonna use this fence. I'm not gonna be doing smooth turns like I did for industrial area in the first city. Actually, can I? Yep. Thank you. And we will just mimic that direction of the borderline. Something like that. And I'll leave it here for now, because we will need a pedestrian access as well. Maybe we should probably start thinking about it right while we're here. 1, 2. Do we have enough space for the residency? Yeah, we do have enough space for the residence in this area. So what I'm thinking is that there will be a complex of buildings situated in this area, and they will be able to walk to the university to work there. So how far do I want this road to be? I don't know. Probably I will go with, and this kind of looks too much of a waste of a space. Let me just quickly fix that. And we're gonna use the same fence, but like so. Sweet, and now we need a pedestrian gate, fence gate. Which one do we want? I'll go with this one. And here there will be an entrance to that area. Something like that. What kind of fence there is? Yeah, that's alright. Kind of matches the design, and then we will just connect these two like so. How about that, guys? I feel like it's unusual design, at least. But when it's built, I something tells me it will look good. It will look good. We'll put some garbage containers here. Probably a monument. What monuments do we have? Do we have... We actually have all the monuments available. And this one gives 5.2% loyalty. Yeah, we like loyalty. Yep. Right at the entrance, the star is welcoming you. I'm sure firefighters will do with this. How are we going with the farm? We're going fine. Notify and notify. Sweet. Food is gathering again. Let's just export a little bit. Alright, sorry for the distraction. It is what it is. I want a few things to happen concurrently. Now, the path itself. So, the path itself, can I just mimic... the road turn here? Something like that. Yep. And then... So this turn needs to be at the different angle. Okay. I'll figure something out. What if I drag you here? Nope. What about now? Okay. And then we will go like that. Yep, that worked. Okay, it's not perfectly mimicking the turn here, but I guess when time comes we will be able to adjust this just a little. Now, main road. Everything will be coming from that direction. Construction materials and the main traffic will be going like that. So how about we will give ourselves a main road of the city, which will be going straight to our counter line, which is the oh no, what happened there? Yep. Something like that. And then another central place, which I've been talking about from the beginning, is our bus station. I will go with a big one for 600 workers. And I'll try to put it close to the university so that whoever needs to reach to the university will be able to do so by using the bus platform. I'm not really concerned about this one here. I'll just make it like so. And our pedestrian area, not the area, but the pedestrian path. Now the lights on the other side, amazing. How about that? Yeah, that's better. And we will have a straight connection. So if we check from the bus station, there is an access to pretty much everything but our facilities here. And the reason is because we haven't connected it like so. Now they should be able to walk, yeah, and this connection as well. The game doesn't really show you if the pedestrian can actually walk to the place of destination, if the footpaths are not built, but they actually can. I just want to see whether it's actually possible or not, just in case. All right, now our resident area. So I want this complex to look like it was developed by one company, and the district of the city will somewhat look similar. All the buildings will look similar. That's what I was trying to say. And if we go and place the first house like that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then mirror it, 1, 2, 3. Now this line can probably be shortened a little bit. How about road in the middle? Will you be straight? Yeah, you should be straight and symmetrical. That's what we want. Now, with regards to the setup of the pedestrian paths, which is most kinda important thing, I reckon we're gonna have something like that, which will be our central line from one end and another central line from this end. And then we will start connecting our houses together. Thank you, game. Something like that, and on this, in this area here. Then we need these guys to be able to walk to the bus station, by the way. So we will do those tiny connections on this side. Does it look identical? Yep. Yep. Same for this area. Way easier though. Now let's just extend this road slightly. Now we need this building to be connected to this road, and this road needs to be connected to that vertical alley. So how about we'll just make shortcuts like so. And the same on this side. Come on, I saw you. Yep, thank you. Let's just check. Can we walk to the bus station? Yes, we can. And once I connect this road with the main alley, we will be able to reach the university. That's what I hope to achieve. Yeah, we can. All right. Cool bananas. Now, in this section, we will need something like cultural. I reckon we can put some cinemas and probably a daycare or a kindergarten. So let's do that. Cinema. Cinema, cinema, cinema. I think it fits perfectly. We don't need all these connections, we'll just use two. Like so. And I think I've got enough space for a kindergarten. The big one. I mean, the density of the area is going to be very high in terms of the population. So the last thing I want is to find myself with lack of spaces. I want all these workers to be able to go to the bus station, wait for the bus to pick them up, transfer them to train passenger station, and then the train will take them to refinery. Okay, now this is 6 buildings. Each of these buildings have 110 flats. So 6 by 110, that's 660 workers, potentially. There is no guarantee there will be. How about we'll just have some roads over there. Some other infrastructure on the way. Okay. This is an easy fix. I'll just put this bus station a little bit further from the main road. I think it was 600, yeah. And we will do it like that. Cool. Now we should be able to run the pedestrian path in parallel to the main road, so that these guys You can walk without any issues, excuse me. Can we connect it? Yes, we can. And we can actually connect it even with this one. Amazing. All right, with this out of the way, the next stage is our shopping mall, warehouse, then storage for meat, pub, and God knows what else. What else do we need? We need school. So we need school and we need supermarket. Let me help myself a little bit, and I will just draw the main roads, the main collectors. There we go. And do I want this road to wrap the city? Yeah, I probably want. So again, this can be shortened for now. There is the pipe. I will find it later. And we're gonna get... yeah, something like that should be okay. So let's go with the pedestrian paths first. We need this to be connected, and I want the pedestrian path to go that way. The lights will be on inside of the pedestrian path, which means closer to the buildings. I'll probably need to redo this area, but I want this pattern to be followed by in the rest of the city. So that means we need to drag it like that. So I'm missing school. School can fit any place, here or there. Now I'm thinking I might actually extend this with a little bit more residential buildings over there. Let me just take a look. Actually, I will go with the same one. As I said, I want this district to look like it's built by one developer. Come on, game. And I'll just put them like so, and we'll connect. Can I put it even closer? All right, I need them to fit within the border of this line. So how about 1, 2? Is there equal space in between? Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then if we connect it like that, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's tackle this one first. Right. Oh, okay, I know what's wrong. I have snapping enabled. That's why. 1 and 2. And this road can kind of be on the outskirts of our city. All right. Now, the school, the supermarket, the pub, and let's see if we have enough time to actually finish something else. If we can't finish it today, as I said, come to the stream. We will probably expand this city a little bit along with you. So you're more than welcome to come. Shopping hall. Now, shopping hall in this area must be huge. The reason is because it's removed from the source of the products. All right, I was saying something about shopping mall, and then my daughter slammed into the room where I'm recording. Okay, shopping center. So shopping hall, is that the one? That's the one that I am looking at. The huge one for a lot of food, electronics, and clothes. As I said, there will be a lot of workers living here, so I want shopping center to be a little bit bigger. Back in first city, I think I have two. I have the middle one, the middle size one, and I have a relatively small one. They're doing all right for 4,000 population, but the capacity was almost full. Okay, so put it like so, should be good. Then we need the storage. Again, storage will be a huge one, something like that. And we need to turn it in a way that the road will be facing that direction. I don't need too much of forklift road. I just want to align the road with the grid so that I can have a 90-degree intersection. Actually, maybe we will do like that. If I turn you around a little bit and put it here, this will suffice, I think. Yep. And now we're gonna have bridge with the road facing upwards, even though it will add additional intersection, but I don't want this area to be, I'm not planning this area to be too busy with the traffic anyway, so I'm not really concerned about it. So probably very, very close, like so. And then I can run the road straight up. Can I? Yes, I can. All right. And someone using forklift setup, I've used it in the past, but it worked kind of weirdly. So I kind of stuck with the cargo loading, unloading stations. I like them. And for this particular setup, I'm going to be using the biggest one for 6 cars, for 6 loading, unloading spots. And even though the forklift road will be a little bit angled, but I'm not really concerned about it. What I'm concerned about it is to make that connection right. Shall I probably do it like that? Yep. So at least one of the forklift roads will be straight. Okay. A little bit far. Now we'll make the road intersection just over here. Hopefully it will connect in a straight way. But I'll be able to fix that later anyway. I'm not too sure why the game keep doing so. So we'll do it like that. Even now. Oh yeah, there we go. There was another node which I didn't see. Okay. So we will need to wrap this up like so, with the road which will hug around the outskirts of the city. Yeah, a little bit of space is wasted in between. I don't think I will be able to put anything. But what I can do, I can probably leave myself a little bit of space at the bottom. Like that. So this is the main intersection, and we will continue that. And then we will continue the road to that direction here. Okay, All right. So we can use that space for something else, whether it's going to be a residential building or some facility buildings. I don't know at this stage. So what I know is that we will not have a good connection, but that's all right. I just want to finish that part today, so that I don't need to come back to that layout in the next episode. All right, and we'll most likely be able to squeeze another residential building there. So why don't we just make a turn like so, and a pub or a restaurant would be nice to have, so we will probably put a pub right next to our supermarket. How many people can we have? 50, 24? Yeah, 50 should do. We need the road to be connected, and that's absolutely fine. And I'll put it like that. Yep. And we will wrap this with our pedestrian paths. One. Different side. Yep. Like so. Okay, I will fix you later. I saw the trick. Oh yeah, there it is. You just need to put create the node by starting a new road, but it doesn't work always. Like in this example, you see there are two nodes close to each other, and I can't even remove any of them because I can't see them. But that's all right. We will fix the alignment later. I think this is the space for school, and I really hope I can squeeze one. It's going to be school for 300 people, because again the density of the population will be very high, and we'll need to leave some space just for the pedestrian paths and for our garbage stations. All right. Okay, so this is kind of the skeleton. If you've managed to watch till the end, tell me what you think. Thank you, by the way, for watching till the end. So this is the setup and the base of our future city over here. Not that many people for now, but I'm sure we will figure something out. So these buildings, 1, 2, 3, plus those 6 or 9 buildings in total, about 1,000 people. And I have plenty of space to expand with more residential areas. And because we did that research, we now have access to new buildings like this, for example, like this. And we'll probably come up with some ideas during the stream. All right, guys. Well, happy Halloween. Have a nice and beautiful weekend. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.